Okay then, let's get started. We're going to turn some lights on and hopefully have a bit of fun. Need to turn that one on as well. And fingers crossed everything is working. I've just been setting everything up and we are going to have a go at finding a couple of holidays is the plan. So we are going to first off stick something in the chat and say welcome everyone. Comment your departure and destination airports and we will see what we can find, because today is going to be all about hopefully finding some people some holidays. It's all about hopefully getting some people some trips, that type of thing. I've got a lovely coffee cup that Rachel bought me as a present today, which I'm loving, and we are ready to go. I think fingers crossed we can just have a little bit of fun, and like I say, there's so many people and so many questions that people ask that fingers crossed we can find some little ways of helping them out. That's the aim today. So for example, we're going to start off and just have a look at where we could go tomorrow. If we go anywhere on any plane tomorrow, let's go have a look. So we can start off with Ireland, Albania and Germany, Netherlands, Norway, anywhere in the UK, Italy, Spain, all for 15 quid. I mean, Morocco. Now my dream is Morocco. I would absolutely love to go somewhere like that. I've not yet been, and one day I will, but Morocco would be amazing. So we're going to start there. Morocco, 16 quid. Now I don't know Essaouira, so let's go find a map and have a look at where that is. Accept all of that. Essaouira airport. Oh, see, it's not far from the beach. That'd be fine. No, beach is down here. You've got a road and what's that? A bit of a resort, that type of thing. Would have to look a bit more into it, but that's definitely somewhere we could go. Wouldn't be bad at all. I'm just going to have a fiddle with this screen quickly and try and get that set up the way I like it. There we go, that's all looking a bit better. But yeah, we could definitely go somewhere like that. The question is, can it be a day trip? Because of course, going there is only half the battle. Now you get there at 11, so the question is there a late night flight back? Where's that going from? From Stansted, of course. So we go and then have a look at Stansted and then depart that evening. And this is where, unfortunately, the price often ramps itself up. Yeah, so there's nothing to get yourself back. So we can't do it as a day trip, but we could do it as a like one-off visit or an overnighter, that type of thing. Let's see if we add in a return as well. And let's go everywhere, see what that comes up with for tomorrow. Italy for 30 quid return. That is my absolute dream. Of all these places though, Rome is always expensive and Rome is always where I want to go. Milan for 30 quid is brilliant. I definitely want to go to Milan, Turin, Venice. I mean, I would happily go to any of these places in Italy. We've not booked an Italy trip yet this year, and Italy is top of both our lists. Me and my wife are where we want to go. But yeah, one day. But there you go. You could do Milan for £30. We have a look at. I assume that's from Stansted. Let's go cheapest. Get there at 9. Be back by. Well, that'd be back by 3, half 3 in the airport. So that's what, 6 hours. It's not a great deal of time. There is a 9 o'clock one. Oh, that's tempting. It's a bit more expensive, £60, but obviously you got there till 9 o'clock, so you get out till 7. A lot better. I think that these airports, yeah, they're both near Milan, so they would work as well. So comment down below, guys, where you want to see a trip to, and obviously some dates as well. I've not put that in there. In fact, let me put that in there now. And the dates you're travelling, and we can see what we can find, and hopefully there'll be some people with some tips, because like I say, I'm by no means an expert on this. I just enjoy searching for flights, so I thought if we can do it all together, that'd be a bit of fun. But if you can hopefully get some people in there with some ideas of where they want to go, then that would also be brilliant. Because, for example, right now we have got trip booked in February half term. We haven't got anything in March, then we've got 2 in April. So we go have a look at February half term, and let's go explore everywhere. We'll go returning on the 10th as well. Let's start on the first day of February half term. We go Denmark for 33. Not bad. Is that to Billund, I'd imagine? Yeah. Billund's always a cheap place to fly, it seems. Let's go with the 11th, see where we can go. Ireland, Germany, it's not too bad. Dublin is also another one that's on my list. Not so much Rachel's list, she's not as big a fan of it, but Slovakia, Romania, Eastern Europe is 100% somewhere I want to hit. Hopefully this summer. I think I'm not a big fan of going out there in the cold and the dark, but when we get to the summer, and they also get some really nice summers, definitely will be somewhere I want to go. Sweden, where we're going, Stockholm for £41, that's good. Of course it's from London, as always. What are the times like? See, not great, that's a very early flight back. If we can knock that down to 6, it does get a bit more expensive then. £85 each. I mean, it's not horrendous for Stockholm, but it is a bit more expensive. Okay, let's go see where else we can find. What is Albania looking like? Tirana. Cheapest flights out to Tirana. See, let's go 8 o'clock out, and we want latest 6 o'clock return. £28 return. That's a very late return with Wizz Air. 2 different flight bookings there. Same price though, and you've got an 820, you've got a 750. Tirana is definitely one that I think is a reasonable place to get to on a cheap, and from some of the stuff I've seen on the Facebook group, is a brilliant place to go. If we go have a look at a bit more flexible dates, let's go have a look at May. There you go, £26 in May. You've got 40. Oh, June's looking expensive. Yeah, so it's still more expensive. I generally found it's cheapest looking like the next month at £23 from London. When's that? 16th? £26 on the 16th. That's a Saturday. I mean, what a Saturday that would be. You could go down late on the Friday night if you're from, like, we're in Yorkshire, so we'd have to travel down Friday night, stay in a hotel, Luton Airport to Tirana, spend the day there, 6 o'clock in the evening back, and it's a late night, you've got Sunday to recover, happy days. That is the dream. 100%, that is the dream. So something like that would be absolutely wonderful. I think Tirana is definitely an option. And when we go have a look at Tirana, what have we got there? There's the airport, you've got a hotel, you've got the actual place here, lake, you've got a park. I'm sure there's like a mountain to climb or something. Where is it? Things to do in Tirana. There you go, top 10 best things to do in Tirana. What will we be going to do? Tours. Oh, that's that lake, isn't it? One sec. Is that this one? Don't know which lake it is, but it's a lake and it looks gorgeous. There's a castle. Anti-nuclear bunker. Cable car. Ah, 100%. Where's that? Dajti Express cable car. Is it like that? I'm going to go with that one. Ah, look, it's right in the middle. I assume it takes you up here. Yeah, Tirana view. Gorgeous. Right, Tirana's definitely somewhere that is on my list to do this summer. 1,000,000%. You cannot beat a nice coffee in a new mug. What an absolute winner. Right, so let's go see where else we can find then. If we're not doing Tirana, let's go everywhere in March. Where can we go in March? Because we haven't got anywhere booked in March. France. Is this Paris? No, it's Grenoble for the skiing. Paris for £29. All from Manchester. That's good for us. You don't often find a Manchester one. Right, how can we get, what was it, £29? And this is where it does get a bit tricky trying to work the price. That's 43. I'm going to stick to weekends. £59, £43 for a Saturday, £35 for a Saturday. Ooh. 16, £35 an adult. So that's what, 70 quid for 2 people. What are the flights actually like? They're not amazing. You get 6 hours there. Let's knock that down to 8 o'clock. And it does go up to £55, which is a bit of a pain. Paris Beauvais. I'm pretty sure that's the far one, which would be a lot harder to get into. Let's go with the Eiffel Tower, for example. I mean, that's pretty much everybody's first stop, isn't it, in Paris? Yeah, I mean, it's going to take you 2 hours to get into the centre of Paris on there. And what if you land at 10, there at 12? You'd have 2 hours there to then before you fly back. So that one's not great. Obviously, you're looking for one of these where there's cheaper. This one will be alright, getting there at 9:30, and it's from Charles de Gaulle on the way back, so that is a lot closer. Once you're at the Eiffel Tower, for example, to Charles de Gaulle Airport would not be as long at all. Just under an hour from the Eiffel Tower. Yeah, look right there. So that is a much better option. It is slightly pricier at 40. I mean, oh no, it's not £40, is it? On set. Let's go find it. Was it this one? £55 each, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. If we go have a look at some of these actual companies, so we want to do Manchester to Paris on the 16th of March. See if we can find anything there. We'll just do one adult for now. Obviously, for me, it'd be more than that. Okay, hopefully. So it's not on there. If we do Ryanair as well, because I'm pretty sure it was split between the two. Yeah, it was a Ryanair on the route and then the 9:30 one on the way back. So there's that one on the way back. Okay, Manchester to Paris, 16th of March, which is there. Let's do one way on this one. Let's go back and change that to return. One way, there we go. Oh, what have we done there? I've somehow managed to mess that up, so let's try that again. Okay, we want Paris to Manchester. We want one way on the 16th of March. There we go. So we've got that one there. Right, it's taken me off to this random little tab again, which I don't know why it's doing that. That is a pain. I'm just going to close EasyJet. We don't want booking.com, go away. Okay, Ryanair, we can get to Paris for £20, which is a bargain. Early in the morning, which was, I think, the right one. Yes. It's just about getting back late at night. Can we return on that same day? Or even, could we do it the next day? Do a cheeky overnighter? I mean, that's not bad at all. One night in Paris. Come back at a very sensible time the next day. You have a full day that day, get the morning the next day, £36.98 each. That is a steal. Might not quite count as an extreme day trip, but is 100% worth it. So there we go. There's a good one for Paris we have found. Let's go see where else we can find. We've had a look at Tirana, we've had a look at Paris. I want to have a look at, we are going to Geneva in Switzerland soon. I want to find a good Italian one. Pisa, that's where I want to go. Leaning Tower of Pisa. How can you not want to go to the Leaning Tower of Pisa? Okay, 2nd of March, that's £43, 104, £50, £99. Let's go to the 2nd then. Because I've also, again, we've not been to this one, but I've heard you don't need a lot of time. You need slightly more time than that, but you don't need a lot of time. So let's go check out, this is on the 2nd of March. Stansted to Pisa on the Seconde. Let's go have a look. Not ideal. We couldn't get there on a Friday, so maybe not the 2nd of March. That's expensive. March not looking so good. Let's go have a look at late February. So it's just, you just need a bit of a later flight home is all you need. Or you do 2 days, something like that, or one night again, which is never a bad thing. I love the idea of the day trips, but the overnight is never gonna break the bank, is it? A weekend in Pisa, get there by 11, full day, go see the tower. What can we do in Pisa? Other than, obviously, see the tower. I know that one. Close directions. Let's go find Pisa. Here we are. I mean, you literally walk out the airport straight into town. Leaning Tower's right there. Bosh. Assume it's this one. You got the grounds, you got a stadium. Got I mean, pizza, just pizza. That would be glorious. Trains right there by the looks of it. Where are we in Italy? In Pisa. There, Florence is over there. Look at the Italian countryside. I didn't realise how close the airport was. I mean, you couldn't technically walk, could you? Because realistically, this will be the entrance to the airport, won't it? Like, it'll be a right trek if we do Pisa Airport to, let's go to the Leaning Tower. Oh, you could. Nice day. 45-minute walk. Absolutely, you could. If you're not a walker, it's not great, but you could definitely do that. That would be perfect. Right, I'm just going to check my phone quickly, see what's going on there. All is good, all is good. Yeah, you could easily get into the Leaning Tower Pisa, and then again we just need to have a look at what is there to do in Pisa other than go see the Leaning Tower. Tours, top attractions, the Leaning Tower, the Piazza del Miracoli, Duomo de Pisa, Battistero di San Giovanni, Museum of something, a military museum, cemetery, nights. I mean, you just walk and look and absorb, wouldn't you? Absolutely, just absorb the culture, the experience, see the sights. Oh, I love walking around a port like a marina. 100% that's a bit of me. Right, I need to book a Pisa trip at some point. Remind me, when was this one? 2nd of March to it was the 2nd to the 3rd, wasn't it? Or 24th to the 25th of Feb. Oh, see, that would be our 2nd in February, and we really need to save some for the end of the year, but oh, that is highly tempting. If I was to add in for us and my son, what would that actually make it? Saturday to Sunday. See, £110. We would also probably book seats just in case, but £110 is so good. That is such a good deal. Right, so we've got that one. So we have found, so far, we found Tirana, day trip. We found, that was an EDT. We found Paris was one night, and we found Pisa one night. All very, very good deals. Assuming your sense of a deal is the same as what mine is, because for everybody it can all be slightly different. Okay, let's keep looking in. I want to go look in April. Where's the cheapest we can get somewhere in April? Look at Portugal, interesting. Faro. See, I'm not sensing those kind of deals here. That does not scream. Maybe on a day like that. When is term dates in Rotherham? Term dates. Because I do work in the Rotherham area, South Yorkshire, so when's our Easter holidays? 2024, that's after March to the first 2 weeks of April. All the expensive return days, obviously. Right, Portugal's out, I think. Yeah, we're not doing a trip to Portugal anytime soon based on that. So let's go back to Denmark, Copenhagen, London. Doing April again. That's cheap. That's very cheap. Okay, one sec. Let's go 3rd of April. Not a great deal of time. So again, we might be looking at returning the next day. And then we want a full day there the first day, we want a full day there the second day to make the most. £50 each plus an overnight stay. That's not too shabby. We could definitely take a bit more of that. 100% we could take a little bit of that. I'm going to add that in. Copenhagen, one night, £51. I'd love to be. Obviously, with these, you do have travel costs. I think I'm fairly certain Copenhagen Airport is not close enough to Copenhagen to get in and out in like 3 hours. I don't know what's in Copenhagen to put into a map. Walking 2 hours. Oh, to be fair, 15 minutes on a. I assume that's a train. So that's doable actually. Get there at 10. Oh, one sec. Get there at 10:30. You'll be back at the airport at 5. So you get 5 hours. I mean, 5 hours is not a lot of time, right? But if you literally just want to go for a wander, have a bit of food, see the port, see the boats, so you can see the park, Rosenborg Slot, the Palace and Royal Museum. You could 100% see all of that from stopping and getting off here, say. I assume this is some kind of underground. Have a look at whatever this is. It might be a bit of a stretch to get all the way around Copenhagen, but I think it'll be a stretch no matter when you do it. Okay, this might just be me, right? But you know when you just go have a look at the suburbs somewhere? Like, not because I want to go and visit the suburbs, but just because I want to have a look at what normal life is like out there. Like, and you're like, oh my god, it's just like where I live, but slightly different. I know we're going down a complete rabbit hole here, but this is Copenhagen. People living there. Anyway, that's just me. I'm sure. That would be cool if you could find out how to do a little trip out to there. There's no... Is that a road? Oh my days. What a road that is. Right, there's a way of getting a hire car doing that road. Then what, does it go under a bridge? Oh no, it goes into a tunnel. That is très cool. I want to see where it goes into the tunnel now. Anyway, we've got slightly distracted. We were looking at trips, but we got distracted by Copenhagen and this incredible bridge. We were trying to look at what to do. But yeah, Copenhagen, there's plenty there, and you could quite easily get out there for, what was it we found? £38 with not a lot of time in there. If we move this down slightly, it does get slightly more expensive on this day, but I think it all depends on how much time you'd want to spend out there. Obviously, that is each person, each own thing. If we have a little play with these, £48, £40. Okay, let's try this. See, that's a bit better. You get a couple more hours. We want this to be at least 5 o'clock latest, I reckon. So £40 each, you get there at just before 9, and you get till, what, you'd be there till 3:30, wouldn't you? So that's what, 6 hours? It's not a huge amount of time, but it's not crazy. I wouldn't be upset with that if I was doing it on a weekend between work as well. If it was on like a holiday when I had a bit more time, I would want longer, but that's not too bad. You have to let me know in the chat what you think about how long you should spend in a city. How long do you think you should spend in a city for one day? Because obviously the answer is the more time the better, but realistically, what is the limit? I would put it at about 5 or 6 hours, depending on the city. But that's not a bad one. I'll take that. Copenhagen. So we can do 27th of April, £41. Just writing that down to make sure we've got it. 100% that could be something we could do. Okay, let's go back to anywhere and keep looking at April. In fact, I know it's August, right? Luxembourg. Luxembourg is a place I would love to go and visit. Just to say I've been there more than anything. I would imagine this means it's going to have to be a multiple day trip. Which isn't great because there's not all I want to do in Luxembourg, to be perfectly honest. But let's say we did 15th to 16th of August. There seems to be some decent ones there. Not ideal. What about if you didn't go back? If you went to Luxembourg and then went somewhere else? Cheapest flight to Luxembourg, £18 on, I assume they mean this day, £19. So you get there at 4, and then from there, what was that date? 26th of August. So you can finish off your summer holiday, and the next day from Luxembourg you can fly to, you can fly to Italy, go to Milan for the day, get there at 2, spend that night, and then on the 28th you go in from Milan to, this is where you just dot around, you just go dot 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 dot, see where you can go. Croatia for a tenner. At some point you do have to come back to England, I guess, but go to Split for a tenner on the 28th. Then, I mean, would that then be time to come back to the UK? 29th, probably getting ready for back to work for me in September. And that's where the price does go up a bit, which is a pain. But you could definitely do it. I mean, where did we start? We started at, where's that one? Stansted. So we want to go back to Stansted. We're in Split, £94. Oh, that's brutal. And we want to end up back in Stansted because otherwise we have to go and get the car from somewhere else. Ooh, £300. I mean, that would be a bit of a rubbish end to your holiday because it's so expensive, but the idea of doing something like that is massive. D03, hi, hope we are well. We are good, thank you. How are you? We are loving life. I'm just trying to book, well, we're not booking anything, we're just having a look for some holidays. This idea of doing day trips to places is massively appealing to me at the minute. Where would you go? If you could go anywhere, where would you go? Because, I mean, you can literally go anywhere. Like, if I didn't have work tomorrow, I could go to Norway for £15. Got a passport, Norway, £15. We go back to the Netherlands, back to Amsterdam potentially, is that? Or Eindhoven, that sounds very expensive. It's not a big place, you could easily get across there. Look at all these places. If we wanted to return on the same day as well, £28 to Dublin. Spain, £29. Where are we going? I mean, that's not £29, is it? Been to Brussels, the good station and close. We haven't, but we are booked to go in April. We are going to do a day trip in Brussels. So we're literally flying there, flying back that night. Can't wait. I'm so excited. We've got Cologne in Germany booked. We've got Brussels in Belgium. And we've got... Where is it? Where's the other one? Geneva in Switzerland. That's it. So we've got 3 different trips booked, which, yeah, absolutely buzzing for. Oh, that's looking expensive day. I assume because it's a Friday. Ireland is always so cheap. Sweden, Gothenburg. I don't know where Gothenburg is, but I love the name of it and I want to visit it. Not ideal times, but you'd have the afternoon there. Not too shabby. Where else could we go? Italy. This is all obviously if I wasn't working, because I am working and I won't be going on any of these ones right now. Milan, here we go. Milan for £26 return. Let's scoop that up to 9 and scoop that down to 6. There you go. Get there at 10, back in the airport for 5 o'clock. Yeah, the afternoon, go have some nice food, go for a bit of a jolly, check out the sights, go see the San Siro. Where else could you go in Milan? Let's go have a look at it. Here we go. You've got the San Siro up here, I'm fairly sure. Where is it? Here it is. This one. That looks like some kind of racetrack. That looks fancy. That is a gorgeous park in the middle. Athletic track. I mean, I'm sure there's all sorts of stuff to do that I quite simply just don't know about. But, oh, Italian pizza. This is somewhere I'm going to go this summer. Is that an airport? It is an airport. There you go. There's an airport. I don't know which one that is. But that looks like one of them, which can't be a long commute into town. Where is this one going to? The Bergamo. Bergamo Airport. Kuala Lumpur instead. Oh. Now, Kuala Lumpur is not somewhere you could do in a day trip. How long is the flight time to Kuala Lumpur? I bet that's a right track. I'm lost. One sec. Where's actual Milan? How far is this airport from Milan? Oh my god, that's miles away. San Siro. It's like... See, this is where you have to check things carefully, because I've looked at going to Milan, and that is... I mean... You could obviously go have a look around Bergamo and not go to Milan, but you'll need some serious time to make sure you get back on your plane to fly back if you had left it 2 hours there. I'm sure one around here would be just as gorgeous. But wow. 10 days in Kuala Lumpur. How would you even begin to book Kuala Lumpur? I don't even... It's never been somewhere... I mean, I'm going to have to go have a look now. It's never even been somewhere I've thought of going. Malaysia. What is the big attraction of going to Kuala Lumpur? Not that I think it's not a nice place. I've never been. I've just never even looked into what you'd do. Like what would you do for 10 days in Kuala Lumpur if you're going for 10 days? Is it like a fancy resort and you just stay in the resort? I've heard of these. Obviously, Mercedes F1 team are big with Petronas and stuff. I've seen them go there before. And yeah, the F1 race in... Does Malaysia have an F1 race? No, it doesn't. Oh, I can't remember now. Jesus. Yeah. One day, Singapore is definitely somewhere I'd like to see. Temples, caves. Oh, sounds amazing. Singapore is somewhere I've thought about going before, and obviously you've got the... This is it. Is this the boat? No, that's not the boat. Where's the boat hotel? The one with the massive boat on top of it. That I know isn't technically a boat, but it's definitely a boat. It's got to be somewhere around here. I don't know. I definitely want to go there. Oh, is it relatively cheap too? Very nice. Well, one day I'd look at who would you book the flights with, etc. Like, do you just do it all yourself? Do you go through anybody, like a company or something? Because at the minute we're just looking at all like the cheaper European trips, but one day one day over the rainbow. Singapore, Thailand, I'd love to go to. Australia, I would love to go to, but not yet. Not just yet. And the other one, which I am going to go to one day, is of course New York, because I just so want to go and have a wander around and see the sights in New York. Again, definitely not a day trip, but Times Square, Empire State Building, Statue of Liberty. Just, this would be an expensive trip though, because New York is not a cheap place like you're saying Kuala Lumpur would be, is it? But yeah, I would just absolutely love to go and have a look around here. Singapore a few days max, honestly. Oh yeah, I think I want to do. Rachel's been watching someone on TikTok do like a trip around Asia, and I want to do that type of thing. Like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it properly, and just go like dot round all the different places, and hopefully get to see a little bit of everything, because that'd be amazing. But like, what if we were, let's go have a look at Kuala Lumpur, for example. Let's go for September, seeing as you're thinking of September. Obviously for us, teaching, not necessarily, but I mean, they sound like are not badly priced, right? It's £300 each. Prague, definitely. I think Prague is somewhere that we've looked at before. Not recent. It's not come up on our list recently of places we want to go to, but I mean, these are all expensive because it's later on in the year. Let's go for April again. Oh, Manchester. I love when Manchester pops up near us, because I feel like the amount of times I'm going to trek down to Stansted this year is going to be horrendous. So that's looking fairly pricey for flights. Yeah. That's not, I mean, this is the thing. I want to go to Prague. I just don't want to go that much. That type of price, yeah, if the flights are decent. But I'd want like an early morning flight, then a late evening flight the next day, to be able to see everything in Prague, which, let's go see. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't take, it's not a huge city, is it? You've got your big kind of landmarks there. Have a Google to see what else. Like Amsterdam, you like Prague, found to be very similar. Walk across the main bridge and go to the, yeah, exactly. I think Amsterdam was amazing. I loved that. So 100% somewhere like that. If you're saying Prague, that would be right up my street. It's just about finding the right time to go and you can explore properly. But this is, I just want to go and explore. I just want to see the world. There's so many places I've not been, and I think since 2015 I've basically just been to Spain, which we've loved. All the different places we've been. I mean, we've been to Benidorm, been to Gran Canaria, been to Mallorca. They've been great, but I feel like I now need to widen my horizons a little bit and not just see Spain in all its different forms, because it's great, but it's not the world. So hopefully that's what we can do in the next so many months. Alright, this has been fun though. We've found a fair few decent ones. That Copenhagen was particularly tempting me at the minute. Prague would be lovely, but not 100% sure. I think for a first session we've done, I feel like I want to try and do this every week, have a look at flights, see what we can book, see what our plans are. But it's been lovely to say hello to everybody, and I think we're going to leave it there for today. Hopefully we found, did we say we're going to Germany? We did say we're going to Germany. We're going to Cologne in April. Yeah, April. We're doing a day trip to Cologne, and then a few days later, we're doing a day trip to Brussels. So it's going to be there for like 7 or 8 hours, but it should be fun. And I think it's just us getting out there and giving it a try more than anything. Just trying to see the world a little bit more. And as always, I'm going to finish off by just sitting and going, what if I could get up tomorrow and go to Tenerife for 15 quid from Glasgow? Wouldn't that be nice? Chocolate is really good. Ooh, 1 second before we go then. Cologne Chocolate Factory. Do they, you say? Lindt Chocolate Museum. That is a massive tip, thank you, because Rachel is a huge chocolate fan. So for there to be a chocolate museum, I assume that's this one. Yeah, where's that in relation? I mean, it looks like it's right in the middle. Ah, perfect. We could go straight from the airport to the museum. Where's the airport? Down here. Look at that. Bish bash bosh, straight in, straight there, past this big, what do you call it? Yes, right. Well, we are going to a chocolate museum when we go to Cologne then. I will let Rachel know. Thank you very much for the tip, and this is why I love doing this stuff, talking to people like this. Perfect. Let me go look at tickets. How much are they? 30.50. Or will that be 260? Oh yeah, €30. Perfect. Oh, that'd be amazing. Well, there you go. Thank you very much. And yeah, we are going to leave it there for today. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you 8 o'clock on Wednesday for the next one. Come along, pick some flights, ask some questions, and hopefully help us out. Thank you very much for joining us. See you next time.